What's up, people? Yeah, so another disaster, and its name is Crocs. I've been going through some old footage from this whole thing I've been doing here for a year now, trying to put together a newsletter, something I could add to the subscription service that's coming soon, as far as the newsletter, the call-in show, and all the production costs that's going to take to get the news girl in. We got to get a green screen, a lot of different things. But Crocs, huh? What did I say last year when the company was reporting earnings? I said it's a good one to short. They're ugly shoes. They're made of plastic. Who cares? It's a fad. Then we had all those analysts coming out and say this is the new way of doing things. This is a new shoe company. It's not a fad. Where are those guys? They still have jobs, and I'm sitting here broke, disgusted, and annoyed. Remember last year when I talked about Heelys when it was about $35 a share, and I was shorting the stock because I couldn't understand why people were buying these shoes for their kids? Remember last year, I think it was over a year and a half ago, whenever that was, when I was saying, hey, wheel your kids out into traffic with Heelys this coming Christmas. The stock should be back down to $5. Oh, wow, look at that. So Crocs is worthless, Heelys is worthless. It's all going to come on the newsletter. Because maybe the videos and the chat room isn't documented proof enough for me to actually get a real job. Because at this point, I think I should have a real job. Maybe not wearing a suit and whatnot, but I should be getting some consulting fees. I should be getting heralded. There should be interviews from the Crawlster on CNBC. What do I think? What wasn't it Elaine Gasparelli, whatever the hell her name was? She called the crash of '87, and she was on TV for a good 5 or 6 years. She never did anything right after that. She made one good call. I come into the chat room every day, and I've been looking at my track record. This is every 100%. 100% of the time I come to the chat room, I give 2 winners a day. 2 winners a day, I'm at 100%. Now I know it's hard to fathom listening to some idiot on the internet. Some guy who's saying that you should do the opposite of what he does. And whatever I say, telling jokes about my mom not having sex with my wife, crude, cursing a lot, having a fight with the NASDAQ. Oh, by the way, Crocs. Yeah, Crocs sucks a big NASDAQ, doesn't it? Wow. Going back off to another subject, we're going to be suing YouTube, a friend of mine and myself, because we were making videos and handing them out on VCR tapes back in high school. So in a way, we invented video sharing. We used to make funny videos and keep dubbing them. It would take us days on end just to make 10 or 15 copies. And we'd walk around the school handing them out to some guys, and they'd make copies. So basically, we invented file sharing and video. We invented YouTube, basically. I invented the internet. So we're going to start up a lawsuit against Google and YouTube coming soon. And what I did, I found a black light. Remember those? Those were funny. I used to have black light posters in my room. It was pretty funny. I brought the black light into my bedroom. It was like a crime scene. There was NASDAQ all over the sheets, if you know what I'm saying. It was awful. I told my wife, oh, wow, I didn't realize we had this much sex before, but check out all this NASDAQ on the sheets. Gross. Gross. But if you don't know what I'm referring to, but because I'm going to be using the word NASDAQ now in place of lots of different words, because I don't want to curse on the show. I want to try to keep it PG-13 or possibly NC-17. Try to get some advertisers on the show. Want to. But for all those who want me to curse, here's a little ditty for you that we buddy of mine got together. We spent a week down in my basement going through old VCR tapes and fraternity stuff. Here's a nice ditty for you. Cocksucker, motherfucker, suck your mother's tit. Douchebag, asshole, eat a bag of shit. I'm the best stock analyst. All the others suck. Hit the bid, oorah, fuck. How's that for a little ditty for you for this morning coffee? So Crocs, Heelys, but what I really want to talk about is the Doral. Now, if you're a trader and you're trying to get into a trade, you put an order in for a couple thousand shares and you get 23 shares of your order executed. Next thing you know, the stock plummets 50 cents. You want to know why you got that 23 shares printed? Because the stock was about to move 50 cents, such as the Doral. I was shorting the stock at $24. $24. Didn't have any shares left because I sold the rest of it at 22 and a half. Of course, the stock had to go to 24 after I got out. But then for a little bit of revenge, it looked like the stock was getting a bit tired there. So I said, let me give it a shot here at $24 and give it a short. Got my 23 shares, immediately plummeted 50 cents. I said, what the hell is this? I'm getting out of these 23 shares. Then we had the follow through to 22 and a half. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should get back in at 22 and a half because this is where I sold out. And I really do want to own the stock because I'm hearing good things. So I got back in. And what did I tell you guys to do? Now that the original trade was the short Doral, and I was just getting in just on a whim, just kind of happy that I was able to get back into some shares at the price that it sold out, which generally doesn't happen to me. So I gave it a shot, and I came into the chat room. I said, "Hey, listen, I'm buying Doral right now. The stock should be at 18 any day now." And wouldn't you know it, a 20% sell-off in Doral. Now that's pretty psychotic if you ask me. Here's a stock that was $24 just the other day, and now it's trading at 19. No explanation. Nothing out there floating around, no bad news. That's a pretty bad sell-off for a $24 stock going back to 1885, I think it hit yesterday. It's fantastic. So that's what I got to say. I got to think that's basically just me. And the hit the bid system, it never fails. Never fails. So maybe I have to get this stuff documented. Video is not good enough. I have to start getting Carl light a fire under his ass. If he doesn't want to trade anymore, he wants to go be a cow farmer somewhere in Wyoming. But before you do that, Carl, let's start this newsletter, getting things right so we can have it documented, black and white, what I provide on a daily basis. It's unheard of. It's unheard of, annoying, frustrating, and I'm living in a quagmire. I don't know what to do with myself. And yesterday I just hung out, didn't turn the computer on because here, I want to live. I have another suggestion on a way to make money. I think I might have mentioned this last year. I'm going to start blackmailing companies, okay? I'm going to buy your company's stock unless I get paid off. Because there's no way in hell your company is going to survive if I buy stock in it, okay? So this is going out to the Doral board of directors. Maybe I should get a Spanish translator for this because you are a Puerto Rican company. Maybe you don't understand this. I'll try to be as concise, and this is called blackmail. I will not sell your stock. Your company will go back, split adjusted, whatever the hell you want to call it. Your stock will go back to zero, probably 2 cents, as long as I don't sell this stock right here. So I want $2 million in a suitcase delivered to my home, or I will not sell out of the stock ever. And now for Intel. Now, if you're stupid enough right now to hold a company into earnings, if you have a profit in the company that you maybe you managed to get in on that Bear Stearns low a couple of weeks ago, and you're hanging on to something, oh yeah, it's selling off a little bit, but you're thinking maybe I should hang on. If your company is going to report earnings in the next couple of weeks, you would be a fool to hang on to that company, because chances are, no matter what they say, the stock's going to go down 15%. Now, I know some of you out there are thinking, oh, wait, all the bad news might be priced in. We have been getting hurt a little bit. The market is corrected enough. And if we're expecting bad news and they say something bad, maybe it won't be so bad and we'll go up. Yeah, you hold on to that belief. You hold on to that. Because you know what I'm going to do? Just to test my theory, I'm going to buy 1 share of Intel, 1 share of IBM, 1 share of Cisco. I'm going to buy, what else we got coming out? We got Google. I'm going to rock that company. I'm going to buy, if I could buy a half a share, I would, just to test my theory. Because I want these companies to bow to me, kneel before Zod. Okay? That's where I'm at right now. I'm at the point where it's just, I got to figure out how to make money because there's no way I'm pressing any more buttons. Until Doral goes back to $23 a share, I will not be trading. So, chances are anything I talk about right now will be gold, Jerry. Gold! Because as long as I tell people what to do, everybody makes money. I love when I tell people about stuff and it works out well for them, then I come back, you must have done well on that one. No, it's one of those do what I say kind of trades. I can tell people how to make money. Been doing it for years, but as soon as I try to do something for myself to try to cash in on what I think is knowledge, never goes right. So, the blackmail will begin, and it starts with Intel. Intel, if you're listening, and I know you're not, maybe the NASDAQ will want to help me out. Why don't you, you're on the NASDAQ, why don't you give Intel a call? Because one by one, not only will I destroy all the companies on the NASDAQ, I will take down the NASDAQ myself, because I will just be buying NASDAQ stocks. So one by one, they will all go to zero, and the NASDAQ will be worth zero. How about that?